In the 70s, the only place I could play the music was in Laos. The music was not accepted in the traditional concert circles. First of all, it was amplified music, and at that time, they were terrified of amplified music. It's a very conservative world, more than you can imagine. But the art world is a place where innovation is accepted with enthusiasm. It's for that reason that I played in all the museums, whether it was the Whitney Museum or the Guggenheim Museum, or the Museum of Modern Art, or the galleries, the Paula Cooper Gallery, or the Leo Castelli Gallery. That's actually how I came to know a lot of artists very well. I met Chuck Close at that time. I met many people, Jasper Johns, and actually through Jasper Johns I met John Cage. And through him I met Morty Feldman. The kind of musicians who live the kind of life that I wanted to live.
Leaving the confidential world of lofts and galleries behind, Philip Glass set to work on his first opera with director Robert Wilson. Together at the 1976 Avignon Festival, they revolutionized both music and theater with the creation of Einstein on the Beach.
The work began this way. We began by talking through the subject matter, through the ideas. And as we were talking, Bob began to make drawings. Then I took the drawings and began to write music for the drawings, but we didn't have the staging yet. Then the final stage was that I began playing the music, and he began staging it to the music. I have fairly precise memories of listening to music. Even by 3 or 4, I can remember pieces that I was hearing then. Well, at that time, I listened to the music that my father liked. He was very curious about music, but he had no education as a musician, so he just listened. And besides that, I began to play at a very early age. So I have memories of playing and doing concerts. I think my first public concerts, when I played it with orchestras, I was 9 or 10. By the time I was 12, I was working in my father's record store. And so there was music all the time. By the time I was 15, I was going to the university. And I began to take music out of the library, and I began to learn music from looking at scores. And the music that I was interested in at that time was Webern. This is 1952. I was interested in Webern and Schoenberg and Berg. The other composer I liked very much at that time was Charles Ives. And I studied his scores, and then for orchestration, I studied Mahler. Basically, what I did with Mahler is I copied the music. That's an old way of learning orchestration. You copy the score out. And you learn orchestration by copying someone else's music. Just the way if you see, in a museum, you'll see people drawing from the masterpieces. And it's a way to learn. It's quite a good way to learn.